when I visit my parents in Wisconsin and stay with them at their house, my childhood home, there's an upstairs where I always stay in this big, beautiful bedroom, and it overlooks the pool, and it's really peaceful upstairs. And there's a bathroom, obviously, attached. But the bathroom isn't used that much because my parents don't really go upstairs that much, and all their stuff is downstairs. So when I go home and I turn on the water faucet upstairs, it's like usually running a little brown, like a little rusty, just because it hasn't been ran for a while. And you turn the water on and you kind of like wait for it to run for a little bit until like the clear water comes through again. This is exactly the analogy that my husband and I talk about with like writing or getting out ideas or starting something new. We call it the shit pipe, because it's that thing where you turn on the pipe and it runs brown and you got to just let it run for a little bit. And then eventually it starts to run clear and beautiful, and like, you know, all the good things come through, right? The clear, clean drinking water. But the shit pipe is kind of inevitable. Wow, let me try that again. Inevitable. It's a little cold out here right now. And so every time I write, I always think like, oh, this is just the shit pipe turning on. That's all this is. That's okay. Just like write whatever. And then, you know, the more you keep writing, even if it's like the same stupid shit that you keep writing on the page, eventually the ideas start to become a little bit more clear and a little bit more beautiful and a little bit more fresh. But it's not going to start that way every time when you haven't ran it for a while and you haven't turned it on for a while. You can't turn it on and expect it to immediately be a masterpiece and like super clean and super beautiful. You got to run the shit pipe. That's what this is all about. That's what this private writers collective, the Marigold Collective that I'm launching, is about. And it's about accountability and showing up and turning on the shit pipe and letting it run brown. And that's okay. And then seeing what comes out of it. Like, what comes out? Like, it's going to be something interesting and more clear and a little bit prettier. But you got to start somewhere. And it's kind of a daily practice. It's like a daily shower. You can't stay clean from yesterday's shower. You can't stay clean from yesterday's meditation. You can't stay clean from yesterday's writing. Like, every day we begin again. Oh, there's an owl. I love the sound of owls. Can you hear it? I'm always looking for them again. I can never find them. All right, so I'm super stoked for those of you who are signed up to join the Writers Collective. Let's get the shit pipe going. It's that simple. This is not a technical writers group. I've said this a few times. This is not technical writing where we're going to like go through plot and character development and we're like looking to write a book and publish a book. This is just like acknowledging our own thoughts, what's going on in our lives, finding reflective questions, curious threads to follow, talk as a community, share as we feel like sharing. It's no, good morning. There's no requirement to share anything from anyone, by the way. You can go the full 8 weeks and not share anything. I'm fine with that. You do you. You do you. You know, that's another video. But go live your life. And that's what my old Pilates teacher, he always used to say. I'd be like, oh, I'm late for class. Oh, like I'd always be like making these excuses. Sorry, I'm late. I got to leave early. I got to work on. He'd calmly say, Stacey, sounds good. Go live your life. And he'd just give me a warm smile. Glad you're here. Go live your life. And I'd be like, okay, cool. Like, that's what it's all about, okay? All right. I'll see a few of you in a couple weeks. I'm stoked. Let's get the shit pipe going.